Hey everybody, thank you for tuning in to Winophobia.com today. This is Jeff. I'm here with Pat, and we are lucky enough to be, in full disclosure, at one of my favorite restaurants and wine bars. We're here at Robust in beautiful Webster Groves. And thank you so much to Stanley for inviting us here today and having us as a guest.
Sure. Welcome, guys.
Thank you so much. Just kind of wanted to know, basically, what's your background in wine, and maybe why did you start this fantastic restaurant and wine bar?
Well, to answer the first question, I've been around wine most of my life. My parents are originally from St. Louis, but I grew up in Europe. I left when I was 2, so I lived in England, Ireland, Switzerland. So I got exposed to wine at a young age, you know, kind of half water, half wine kind of thing with Sunday lunch.
Yeah.
My dad was a wine collector, and then I've been in the hotel restaurant business ever since I left college. And then before I opened Robust, I worked for Bomarito Wines for 10 years, so I sold wines to all the restaurants, hotels, country clubs, etc. So wine's always been part of my life.
Fantastic. Sounds like you have a passion for it.
Yes, and one of the reasons I wanted to open Robust is because, you know, I kept seeing customers in restaurants, etc., struggling with wine lists, and it's like, there's got to be a better system, more approachable, friendly system to exposing people to wine.
Absolutely.
That's a good point. I mean, you talk about the wine list. We walk into a lot of different wine establishments, and there's a binder that approaches the table and gets dropped down. I notice you've got some pretty good selections on here. Is this something that you have a personal hand in putting together?
I personally pick out every single wine that's on this list. So it has to, one, go through my quality control, but it's easy to pick out expensive wines that are good, but the hardest thing, as you guys know, is getting the inexpensive wines that are good.
Absolutely.
And that's what we try to do. We try to offer different price points by the glass and also by the bottle, ranging inexpensive to the Harlans and the Bryants, etc. So, and that's kind of our approach to wine, is appeal to the novice, to the wine connoisseur, etc. So we want to engage everyone in wine.
I love it, and that's one of our goals too, is just to make wine accessible to everyone, to get people that are maybe trying different beverages to come in and try wine, because it's an intimidating subject matter. People are scared, they can't pronounce the names, they don't know what some of these things mean, and you've really been able to break it down and make it easy for people, which is fantastic.
Yeah, one of the approaches I take to that is what we were talking about earlier, is the robust factor, where we break down all the body styles of wine. So we have crisp, mellow, luscious, soft-hearted, generous, robust. So most people know what style of wine that they like to drink, but they just don't know all the producers, the vineyards, everything else, the background behind it. So when you walk in here, if you like a Sauvignon Blanc, nice and crisp, you're in the crisp section. If you like a big full-bodied red wine, you're in the robust section. So the wines by the glass are broken down like that, and also the full bottle list is broken down like that. So just want to make it more approachable. And that's also why we do a half glass of 3 ounce and a 6 ounce, so people can experiment.
Sure.
That's why we do the wine flights, which are 3 ounce pours. Again, it's all about experimenting, and again, with the small plates of food, it's, experiment with food, experiment with wine, relax, enjoy, have a good time.
So if someone orders a particular entree or dish, is there a wine that goes with that, and does it correspond with that robust factor?
Well, we've taken that robust factor and extended it to the food menu. So if you look at the dinner, you have a tasting plate, you'll see RF, robust factor, and there'll be a couple numbers behind it. So what we're saying is we're suggesting that this particular body style of wine works with this particular food dish.
Okay. And that's going to help so many of your clients that come in and customers, because they don't know what goes with what.
Some people want that help, some people don't care about it, but it's there as a guide if they want it. So,
has your staff ever laughed out loud at someone for not knowing what wine to pair? I mean,
I would hope not.
we have a fan base of winophobes out there that honestly people get nervous about what to order. And I see on your bottle list, for example, it goes from nearly $100 for a bottle of wine down to the 20s and 30s. So people get intimidated by that, and they're afraid that someone's going to mock them or make fun of them. But really, your staff is trained.
No, we have
that, right?
Yeah, we train our staff on wine. We have 5, either Psalms or CSWs. So we're here to help people, guide them, not make fun of them. So it's like, again, we want it to be a friendly, positive experience about wine, not an intimidating process. So, yeah, I mean, you know, the first thing we do is try and guide them, see what they're used to drinking, see what they like. If they want to step out of their normal comfort zone, maybe swing over 15, 20 degrees, try something new. That's what we try and do here. So,
yeah, fantastic. One of the ways we've noticed that you serve up wines and to get people interested is in these little flights of wine. What's the genesis of that type of approach to wine?
Well, I think wine flights are, again, a fun way to experience wine. Getting 3 small pours rather committing yourself to a bottle of wine.
Sure.
So, again, experiment. They can sit down, order a couple different small plates, and try 3 different wines.
It helps me. I tried something new today. I hadn't tried Spanish wines in a while, so that's what I went with for lunch today. So it was great for me just to learn a little bit more myself. So
Right.
I appreciate that style, and I know that you do.
Yeah, yeah.
And the other thing I try to do on the wine flights is I try and throw in maybe a grape varietal or a region that people aren't familiar with, so they get to experience that, which maybe they wouldn't normally order by themselves.
Sure.
We come here pretty frequently, and Sandy does a good job of selecting wines, but Stanley and Frank have always helped us out
Yeah, I mean,
with
they have,
different selections.
God, they have, you know, hundreds of bottles on the menu, and there's so many wine producers out there today. It's impossible to really know every wine and know everything about it, and they do a great job.
I really appreciate you having us here today. It was an honor to come in to one of our favorite places. It's kind of a guilty pleasure to be able to do this as a job, and we thank the Winophobes for watching. Check out Robust, see what they have to offer. It's conveniently located in the heart of everything.
Website.
Are you on Facebook?
We're on Facebook, Twitter, all the social media.
Follow them.
We'll have a link on Winophobia.com.
Robust Wine Bar.
Yes.
Is the
And his lovely
website.
wife handles a lot of their social media, so get to know her as well.
Arlene handles all the social media. She's a Twitter.
She's a Twitterholic.
Yeah. So.
Check out Winophobia as well. Look for us on Twitter and Facebook. And guys, cheers. Thank you
Cheers.
so much. Appreciate it.
Thanks, guys.
Nice meeting you.
Salute.
Pleasure.